Captain Snell. This letter is to express deep concern over the heavy deployment of police officers targeting our residence at 14620 Leadwell St. As you may already be aware, our family has been foreclosed on and is in the process of undergoing a loan modification to reclaim documented ownership of our home. During this process, our family has decided to use this unfortunate situation to educate our neighbors and bring a greater awareness to the community at large regarding the fraudulent banking process that Bank of America has perpetrated against us and many other homeowners in this country. There are currently 174 homes being subjected to foreclosure in the 91405 zip code alone. Our family has elected to use our protected rights to freedom of speech and protest this fraudulent banking process by artistically expressing our resistance to the state of victimhood that the bank continues to try to press us into. We have received overwhelming support from our neighbors, and any concerns that were brought up by them were minor and quickly addressed. Again, this brings up the question as to why your department has felt the necessity to consistently subject our family to acts of intimidation and harassment. Specific incidents are as follows. September 19th, at approximately 2 p.m., 10 patrol cars descended upon our residence stating that there had been a sanitation complaint that couches in front of the house were blocking the roadway. The officers informed us that if we did not move the couches, we would be issued a citation. Aside from the issue of citation, we question the necessity of deploying so many patrol units to issue a simple citation. September 20th, after leaving our home, a friend and supporter was pulled over and detained. September 21st, at 7:30 p.m. after leaving our home, a supporter of our action was pulled over by 10 officers from your division, including Sergeant Jakovic, Officer Kaminsky, and Officer Howell, incident number 3573, for a traffic violation. This resulted in our supporter's car being questionably impounded. Later that night, we noticed patrol cars parked at both ends of our street, which did continuous pass-bys leading into the next morning. Our supporters counted at least 60 pass-bys throughout the night. September 22nd, the patrol cars continued to pass by our residence at least once every 5 minutes at a speed of 5 miles per hour. The officers make active effort to make direct eye contact with supporters outside our home. While walking home, a supporter who also happens to be a minor was stopped by police and asked why he was not on the sidewalk. There is no sidewalk on Cedros where he was walking. September 23rd, the frequent patrols continue. At one point, even the officers note the ridiculous nature of their order as they laughingly start to state the number of times they had passed. September 24th, while responding to a call regarding a parking issue, 2 officers engaged in a very antagonistic dialogue with a member of our family. Before the officers told our family member to move their car, they said, "Oh, you have a car now? What happened to your bike? The bike might have done you some good." We assume these comments to be a derogatory reference to our family member's weight. Regardless of the officer's personal feelings towards a group of people, we feel that to make such a comment while on duty is conduct unbecoming of an officer and should not be tolerated. We request to know what orders these officers received to make them believe it was acceptable to engage with a community member. They are supposed to protect and serve in such an antagonistic manner? As taxpayers, we feel that this is inadequate use of resources on your part. We are respectfully requesting an explanation as to what has made you feel justified in using such a high level of presence for minor, nonviolent infractions that have never resulted in an arrest. We also request an explanation as to why friends and supporters continue to be stopped without any stated reason from your officers. Respectfully, but with much confusion, La Familia Hernandez.